What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Tracee Ellis Ross. Tracee Ellis Ross is in an interesting stage in her life. She's in her 50s. She's single. She's childless. But she's a woman who I can assure you she has suitors. But I think that Tracee just likes being to herself. I think that she's probably comfortable more so casually dating than being in a relationship. But apparently she has taken issue to comments from Oprah Winfrey, who said that she was the poster child of singledom. She doesn't like that. I don't know why, because she's embraced it. She's embraced being single and alone. I don't understand. This is what women, this is the BS they've bought into. The feminism. They bought into this whole single woman, strong, independent woman mentality. Women are extremely bad at vetting men, but they're also, good. I don't say good, but they also like to put their work in front of family. If that makes sense. Put themselves in front of building something. Because Tracee came from a 2-parent household. Famous mother, right? Famous family. Like, she had that structure. But I think what happens is maybe there's a bit of low self-esteem that has followed her. I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's very difficult to get rid of bad self-esteem. You have to really work at it. And it can follow you through adulthood when you get older. Because let me tell you something. Tracee Ellis, say whatever you want about her. She still has, she's very well put together. For a woman who's in her 50s, she's very well put together. She has like that Angela Bassett effect. Even though Angela Bassett is older than her. And Angela Bassett is actually married. She's not out here still wondering why she's single and being called the face of singledom. But I will say this though, Tracee Ellis Ross is a very well put together woman, even in her 50s, right? Same thing what you see with Nicole Murphy. But these women, for whatever reason, have not been able to put together. Now, Nicole Murphy was recently with someone. I believe that person passed away. But she's dealt with, times of being single, right? And the thing is that with Tracee Ellis Ross, people look at her and they say, well, what's the problem? And now she has this solo traveling show. She's a passport sis. Okay. She's left the U.S. to go find herself, right? She's left the U.S. to go find herself. And she's also taken issue with what Oprah had to say. So let's get into this article from Vibe. Tracee Ellis Ross has proudly been sharing what it's like to explore the world as a single and childless woman who has now entered her 50s. In her new show, Solo Traveling with Tracee Ellis Ross, she brings viewers along as she creates her own happiness by jet-setting across the globe while collecting unforgettable experiences, realizations along the way. I think most people should do this. Instead of people tearing down men who use their passports to travel and get outside the U.S., some of y'all, especially you heifers, y'all need to get on a plane and leave the U.S. Because you could tell a lot of y'all ain't never been nowhere with your mindset. And I'm talking to you simps too. During a particular episode of the series, which is available on Roku, she reflects on the time Oprah Winfrey dubbed her the poster child of singledom, what that label means to her now, and how she indirectly inspired her solo traveling adventures. So much of what traveling is about is, for me, not waiting for something in order to walk towards my life, in order to be in my life, in order to experience my life, she explained. I think was why I took my first solo trip, a trip solo. And I know that in some ways, Oprah said it. She said that I'm the poster child of singledom, and I don't want to be that. Instead, the girlfriend star declared she wants to be a shining example for people who live their life to the fullest and prioritize their own needs. I want to be the poster child for being an inhabitant in your own skin. Tracee added, for living in your own skin. Says, yes, I'm a single black woman who does not have children, but not having a relationship, long relationships, not having children has allowed me to explore things of my own humanity. It has deposited me here at 52 an extraordinary experience that is filled with joy, loneliness, grief, exuberance, delight, like literally all of it. And I feel available to it. The original comment was made 5 years ago during a 2020 Vision Tour Visionaries interview. At the time, Ross told Oprah, I am choicefully single, happily, gloriously single. I do wish there were more examples. So many people have asked, have you ever thought about having children? My children gave my life meaning. I'm like, are you saying my life isn't meaningful? That's not what it is. When people say that children brought more to their life, what they're saying is you are raising life. Your life when you have children, now I don't have children, but from what I've seen, how people are able to flip the switch and be more about protecting, providing, raising, teaching children. Yes, your life do become more meaningful. It does. Just ask the people who have children, who take care of their children, who love their children. Ask them that. Instead of living for yourself, you're living for your kids. But I think Tracee, just a part of her is selfish. Nothing wrong with being selfish, but to constantly have to explain herself, it just tells me that she doesn't know why she's single without children. She's even admitted that, part of her wants that. She wants that. But she also, with this solo traveling show, she's trying to show, hey, you can be happy and be in your 50s and not have children or family or marriage, right? That's what she's trying to showcase. But you can tell the older she gets, the more it's going to weigh on her, because she's going to think that something is wrong with her. Because again, she grew up in a 2-parent household. Famous mother. Her and her mother and father were married to each other. She wants that deep down, but she cares more about being alone. She's a loner, right? Nothing wrong with being a loner as long as you're not harming yourself or anybody else. If you find happiness in being alone, that's fine. You don't have to keep explaining yourself. She's speaking about a comment that was made 5 years ago almost. Because she wants to have love. There's nothing wrong with that, Tracee. Tracee, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a husband or a boyfriend, long-term relationship. Nothing wrong with women wanting that. Just like you have men that want long-term relationships with women. You got guys that want to marry women. I don't agree with that, but that's just what they want. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting what is normal and natural. It is normal and natural to want to have somebody in your life. It doesn't mean that, you don't, again, if you want to choose yourself, if you decide that your happiness is more important than raising children or being in a relationship, then that's what it is. You don't have to keep explaining yourself. We get it. You want to be alone. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I wouldn't be shocked that if we find out in a year or so that Tracee's with somebody. Y'all see what happened with Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks was single for all these years. People like, she's dating this person, or she's dating that person. Then she pop out single, pop out married. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be sometimes. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thought like video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram. Check out the Patreon. I'll see y'all next one.